What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Litty with Critty. I'm here with the two twins that I've known the longest of my life at this point, and probably the closest with as well, Jordan and Joanna. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like we've done this once already.
Maybe.
Just for everybody
I
to know.
still wasn't prepared for you to do it again.
I don't know how I'm doing.
I forgot to hit record the first time we went through the first 5 minutes of this intro, so we're back doing it again for a second time.
So this isn't staged at all.
Never, ever. So let's get started with the podcast here, and let's open up the cold ones, and let's get moving. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
You know,
that one got a little messy.
maybe I did it on purpose. Maybe I just wanted to hear the
Yeah.
sound a second time around again. Like
It was
I
worth it.
I
Was
don't
worth
blame
it.
myself at that point. I'm kind of okay with
It
it.
was worth it.
So, as we talked about for about
How's
3
that
seconds
going?
before I realized it, let's talk about how we all met, which none of us know.
Yeah, no.
So, again, I'm pretty sure I was the last person you ever knew. I'll just bleep out the last name at this point because I just
Are
started.
you really? Wait, you don't say your own last name?
No, I don't even say my own last name.
Okay, so can we say? I guess we'll just say Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was the last person on my dad's side of the family. Y'all pretty much met except for my little sister.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
right.
all the family members. We are honorary.
We're actually part
Pretty
of your
much,
family.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you
we
ask
actually are.
Your uncle, we're his daughters.
I mean, that's fair.
So.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So we are related,
right.
apparently.
Ooh,
Well,
things got interesting.
But we don't know how we met.
Ooh,
I really don't know how any of that happened.
No.
no.
It just makes no sense to me. It's just kind of one of those times.
I don't
Did I
even
know you before that one graduation part, or not graduation? One of your birthday parties. We were jumping on a trampoline.
That
That's
was
all I
your
can remember.
college graduation.
No,
party.
it was before that. That was a couple years before that.
Was it my high school?
Maybe it was your high school
Maybe it was.
graduation.
I did have a bouncy house
Yes,
in my
we
high
had
school
already
Well, no, I
graduation.
remember the bouncy house. This was a different party, and I just remember all of us on the trampoline.
Was I? Let me think back here. Young days, people over. Was I wearing a shirt? There's a picture of me with like the people
I
from
honestly
like the.
don't think you were.
Okay, so I
No,
know
I
what
think-
night we're talking about. I
Yeah.
just broke up with Michelle, and we were
Ooh.
doing that. That's what that was
Yeah.
around then.
Oh
Because
my god.
yeah,
I don't remember the first time I met you at all.
It was when we were in high school.
I'm not a super memorable person, so like I
No,
don't. I don't
that's
hold-
it's
no,
just we have
I don't
so
hold
many
against-
other
Oh,
memories.
yeah.
Oh, and some that we don't remember. You know,
Mainly.
just some were told the next day.
And speaking of memories we don't remember, let's talk birthdays. So this is y'all's birthday week.
Right.
Your birthday is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew that
Tomorrow.
with full confidence. I knew that off
Right.
the top of my
Sounded
head.
like it.
I definitely did my research before we did this.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, we celebrate y'all's birthdays in the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
But due to us getting old, what was it, 2 years
And
ago
fed
was our
up with
last
each
year?
other.
Yeah,
2
2
years ago was our last year
Yeah.
doing our, what I pretty much just deemed as our college beach week / old people, because I was the youngest one, so like it was still college beach week for me, but everybody else, had real lives, and I was like,
Yep.
I'm here.
Just along for the ride.
Like, pretty much.
Yeah.
So let's start like this. From those birthdays, or any birthday actually, what's the best birthday memories that you do remember or know of from other stories?
I remember turning 2, and I had a Little Mermaid cake.
I don't remember that, but all right.
Yeah.
That's your really.
No, it's
I like
not
how
my
you
best
singled
one.
out that you turned to, and it wasn't like
I don't
y'all.
remember her being there, but I know I was there.
I think that does confuse people. We do separately turn in age, even though it's on the same day.
don't all twins?
Yes, but people just don't like when we say my birthday or.
That's true. Whenever I say
sorry,
my
I-
birthday,
It's
they're
okay.
like, "Don't you have a twin sister?"
We're always together.
We're
on
a
our
unit.
birthday,
I
so-
very much apologize for that
No,
misconception there.
you're fine.
One of my favorites was, I don't remember what year of. It might have been like the year we turned 20. We were not 21 yet, and we went to the beach. And we were only supposed to be there for like 2 days.
Oh, that was a
and
good
we were going to
year.
be leaving like on our actual birthday. So the night before, Harrison went out and bought us a cake.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere.
It was so nice.
And because it's our birthday, but like we're not all there for our birthday. Like that just happens to be
The week
when
we
our
go
birthday
every
is.
year. Yeah.
So normally, like, we don't really celebrate our birthday, but I do remember taking my first tequila shot that night.
Oh my god.
And immediately,
Didn't go well.
like, I would say spitting it back out, but, like, it was more like puking it back out, like within 5 minutes. Yes,
It was
that
just like
noise.
that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And so that was a great experience. And then the next day, we both had to work at like 1 p.m. and we left at around 7 a.m.
Oh, I didn't drink though.
She was
because I had to
fine.
drive.
I wasn't.
I
that
was taking
ride-
shots of goldfish.
That ride home
the entire night.
to get ready to go to work was one of the worst
I
experiences.
don't think I was
I've had.
there for this one. I don't think I was
Joanna
there
was.
for the old
She was
Swan.
like still drunk.
This was
on the
back
way to
in the
work.
day. This might have been pre you
I
coming.
think the
Yeah,
first one
you
I
weren't
experienced
there.
with y'all was y'all's 21st.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, you weren't there
Also
that
a great
year.
time.
Wow.
Oh yes.
Honestly, that
Yes,
was
it
wilder,
was.
but
Oh,
this
yeah.
I just distinctly remember the birthday cake and the tequila shot because that was the only time we've ever actually celebrated our birthday, really.
Oh.
Well, like I mean,
Kind-
yeah,
yeah.
that was the only year we got a cake.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely understand. I had 1 year. It was the year I turned 21. I didn't actually do a big birthday party. Surprise, surprise. I don't know why that never happened. But I was with some friends, and we were throwing a Frisbee. I woke up the next morning, I had grass stains. I was wearing, like, white shorts, and I had grass stains all over me. I couldn't figure out why. They're like, we were throwing a Frisbee outside, and when it was in the air, you're like, I'm going to kick it out of the air. So apparently for, like, 3 hours, a Frisbee in the air, I'd run, jump, feet up in the air, try to knock it out of the air, and then I would land, and then just lay there for like 3 minutes, and then so there was a lot of Everclear at this. Like it was just
Oh, okay. Well, that
because
makes
that's what I drank when I was down in South Carolina. I was like, why not bring it back for my 21st? It makes perfect sense.
Now
It
you know
didn't.
why.
It was so dumb.
That
I
was
don't
in
know.
the juice we made for our 21st.
It was.
You have a
Oh,
video
God,
of
yeah.
I
that.
do. Oh jeez. Oh yeah.
Actually that
yeah.
is really nice that our 21st was documented on film.
The Beach Week vid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like a good
Do you remember
section of that.
Me spitting my drink all over Kayla because
It's in the video.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
in the video.
That's
So
Kayla's
what, it
favorite
was-
memory of Jordan.
Yeah,
It
we
was
barely knew
Flip
each other.
Cup.
Yes.
It was Flip Cup, and you took your drink, and you didn't even get to flipping yet, and
no,
you
I sneezed.
shot that
and
right
just
back out.
all on Kayla because she was right beside me
And on video.
on video.
I
So
haven't
good.
shot a better piece of cinematography than that piece.
I don't
right
think
there.
anything will
So
top
good.
that.
Honestly, I don't think so. I might get bored. I might do some digging, and I might throw it in the YouTube video for all of this.
You
Feel free.
should give a
I
good
give my approval.
reference. Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll just run the entire YouTube video just over top of this YouTube video
Oh,
as we're
God.
talking, just to give people an idea of what the week was like for the most part.
That does not even
Oh.
begin to.
No, it really doesn't. There was so much not in that video.
Well, then let's talk about favorite beach week memories. So aside from birthday, we know we're birthday now. Let's talk favorite beach week memories. Because y'all had how many beach weeks with that group?
4.
Yeah.
3.5 or 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember. 20. Well, my first year was. When did y'all turn 21? What year was that?
2015.
2015. So I had
That was your first year.
15, 16, 17.
No. 15, 17, 18. We didn't
Oh
go
yeah, we
16.
skipped a year.
Y'all skipped a year?
Everybody did.
Everybody
We
did.
skipped a
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. I just blacked it out at that point.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's talk favorite beach week memories.
Oh jeez.
Well,
I mean,
you
mine isn't
almost
of
died.
me. Oh yeah.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, you could talk about that.
Jordan went to the hospital twice in the last
In 1 week.
The last beach week we went to.
Mhm.
She was having an allergic reaction.
You don't? Do you not remember that? Were you drunk?
I'm sure you were drunk the entire week and you had no idea.
I went into anaphylactic shock
Didn't you
twice.
realize she left early? She left like halfway through the week.
Yeah.
Look, I went through like
It's okay.
so many
It's
cases
alright.
of beer that week.
It's
I
alright.
It's all right.
I barely.
I
remember.
didn't.
She
I went
barely
home.
drank, except for like the first day maybe.
I feel like
yeah,
I
no.
should know this. I don't.
Yeah.
I also have a
Yeah.
really bad memory.
She
when
went
it
to
comes
the
some of those
hospital
stuff.
I went to the hospital 2 nights in a row.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Look, she's not.
I mean, I'm
she's,
here.
Look, she's not about attention. She really was like flying under the radar about this. Like no one had any idea.
Yeah. I came back and beer Olympics were happening, so obviously
Yeah.
things were fine.
So she was having an allergic reaction. But they did tell her that it was to papaya.
Which isn't true.
Because
I'm not
she's
allergic
not
to papaya.
allergic to papaya.
Did you test that after that? Like,
She'd
did
already
you just take like
I
papaya
was-
and like
had
rub
it
it all over
before.
your
I've
body?
eaten papayas before, and they just sat there and tried to think of everything I've eaten that I could be allergic to, and they decided it was papaya.
Such an odd
It
thing that if
wasn't.
someone was allergic to papaya, that's a very specific like.
Yeah,
I guess
they were
'cause it's like a
she was like,
tropical
I ate
fruit.
this fruit cup.
Right.
And that's why they said.
They were like, "Is there anything you eat, like you ate today that you normally don't eat?" And I was like, "Well, I had a fruit cup. I don't eat those all the time." And they're like, "That's what it is. It's the papaya."
Stupid.
Super good doctors in the
Oh,
Outer
yeah.
Banks.
Oh,
It
yeah.
sounds like. I mean, honestly, if you're a doctor in Outer Banks, what do you think you're normally dealing with on a regular basis?
Probably not that.
No.
Yeah, no.
Just a lot of alcohol poisoning and a lot of people with probably jellyfish stings and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and max type sunburns. Let's
Oh.
talk about that.
Oh, God.
That just made me think back.
Just,
So
like, physically cringed.
Max's feet got sunburnt so bad. They were just bright red.
I feel like a lot of people have had really bad sunburns at everybody.
Yeah, oh yeah.
At least once. I definitely had a year where I had a pretty
Yeah.
bad sunburn. But you learn your lesson.
But
and
I've
some
never
people
seen-
don't.
I've never seen someone's feet swell up
Oh, they were,
from
like, purple.
from like
Gross.
sunburn to them going to the hot tub and not understanding that to blistering to losing his chance with what girl was there at the time that said she would have slept with him but didn't because
What's
of his
her name?
feet?
I don't know.
Beth? Was it Beth?
Was it
or was
Beth?
Beth like the name they gave her?
Yeah, because they like
You're gonna
named
be
those two
bleeping
girls.
all these names.
No,
That's not even her
we're
real
not saying
name.
last. I know. We
Wait, are you? She said
renamed
that?
those two
Yeah.
girls. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I remember that.
It was a very
Damn.
funny conversation to hear because I thought that was hilarious.
Well, if his feet weren't super gross,
He could have.
I would have been in.
You know.
Yeah, it's like putting a bag over your face. It's
Right. You don't have to look at it. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Oh my
exactly. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I like how your favorite memory was how you went to the hospital. That's
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
mine.
I just said we should talk
No,
about it.
that
'cause
wasn't
it's kinda
enjoyable
funny.
for me.
It's also funny that you didn't know any of that was
no, yeah, I
happening.
don't.
Yeah, that
I
is
just. I mean, maybe at the time.
I feel like
was
that goes to show like how many people are in that house,
there are so
and that
many
like
people in that house.
if you're not like directly involved in like what's going on, like
Oh,
you have
yeah.
no idea. Like
Right.
people tell me things about like past beach weeks, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this happened," and I'm like, "When the fuck did that happen? And where was
I
I?"
was saying I was never involved in anything. I just kind of my own. Give me my case of beer. Give me the beach, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back at 6:00.
You know what you were involved in, and I know you were there.
I don't
It
like
was
this.
okay. This was. It was either 20. It was one of the not the most recent one, but one of the other ones. Alyssa and Kelsey were visiting for like a couple days, and it was you and me and Cretlow upstairs, and like everyone else was somewhere else. And Dom and Kelsey were like dancing or something, and Dom was like super drunk, but Kelsey was like really drunk. And basically, like, you know, Dom wanted to, you know, give her a little kiss. And we all knew. And like me, you, and Cretlow were standing there like we were his biggest fans. And we were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hell yes, you need to do this, bro. And she has like, she's down. I want to make that very clear. Like she was
Yeah.
down. This was not a weird situation. She just didn't really care what was going on. And so it just started to take so long, and me, you and Cretlow were looking at each other like, guys, we just got to do something about this. And I decided that for some reason it was going to be me that did something about this. And I go up to Kelsey, and I grab her face, and I'm like, Dom, this is how you kiss someone. And I just laid
Laid
one
it on her.
Kelsey,
You know.
And honestly, her and I weren't even super close
just
back then,
remembering
so
that
it's
now?
Yeah.
kinda funny. You don't. Oh yeah, I'm sure you were highly intoxicated. It's
I
fine.
didn't remember it till now. Wow.
What a
that
great
was
time.
that was a great night.
One of my favorite memories that most people don't even know about, and she also didn't remember.
I mean, that checks out.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I was the best kiss of your life, and you don't even remember. Come on.
Phew. That's a lot of beach weeks for me. There's just
They all really do blur together.
they really do. I
Yeah.
will say there are a couple of moments that I think really stuck out to me. And I think they were all in the same year. I think it was 26. No, not 2016. It was new one in 2016. Whatever it was. There was the bathroom pictures with me, Aaron, and Will.
Oh, with the corn dog.
Yeah, with the corn dog.
This was 2015.
2015.
That was
Okay.
like the first year you
Yeah.
came.
This was also Tinder night.
Do you remember that Corey guy who
So
broke the bathroom?
crazy.
Oh, Bad Knee Corey.
Yeah, Badnik. I just saw him.
That first
on
year
Facebook
with
the
like
other day.
all of like the core group was insane.
That was painful.
Didn't you? I don't want to say this person's name, but didn't you hit somebody that same year, or was that your
Yeah,
senior?
you
Yeah.
did. You straight. Wow, but he deserved it.
I wasn't
so
there,
Yes.
and I can't even tell you how upset I was that I wasn't there to witness
you deserved
that.
it, or he deserved it.
Yeah,
And
well,
it
it
was
wasn't the first time he got hit. So
No.
another year he also did. So.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll never listen to this podcast.
no, he
it's
never
fine.
ever will.
No.
And then the other one, so there was Tinder night, there was bathroom pictures night.
You're just gonna really skim over Tinder night like that, like it wasn't a whole evening.
Fine, let's talk about
A
Tinder
whole
night.
It's something that you tried to get to happen like every
year after.
First of all, I didn't try to get it to happen.
Who
Yeah.
did?
Other people
that
were trying
joined
to get
Tinder
me.
later on.
We're trying to get me onto Tinder to then make that Tinder night happen.
Mm-hmm.
And after that first experience of Tinder night, I'd like,
You were like, I'm good.
yeah, because it didn't end well for me. It ended very poorly for me.
I think all of us that like weren't a part of that situation were very like, this is odd.
I'm ready for this to be over.
Well, then, Tinder night led into, we all went out on the beach.
Yes, yeah.
And that was when Aaron, I don't know if y'all will know this as I say it, but that's when Aaron's quote of "I'm gonna get you" started coming around.
I don't think that we went down for
You
that.
didn't
I
go
don't
down.
remember. Yeah, like I do know that story obviously, but I don't think we were there for that.
And then that was also
What a great time. He's crazy.
He's a interesting
He's a
fellow.
hoot.
And then that also was the same time period. Zach Winnie pulled himself out of the hot tub from the cross railings above him
Yes.
God.
because of one of the Tinder girls hitting on him.
Didn't she like try to
Actually,
like put her
I
hand
forgot about
Yeah.
that.
up his? Yeah.
That's a really good story.
Oh.
So from the story that I remember from as he told it, we all left to go down to the beach, and it was him and whatever this girl from Tinder. She has to be scarred from this at a certain extent.
Yeah, I feel
because
kind of bad that those
she
people
made-
came into our house.
She made a move on him. In the hot tub, just them. To which he responded with, "I gotta go," and pulled himself up out of the hot tub and took off in a dead sprint to the beach.
That cannot be like, that has to be the worst rejection
Yeah.
that you could possibly receive. And I really hope she's doing okay, whoever you are, wherever
I
you
hope
are.
she's
When
recovered.
he
Maybe
got-
gone to therapy.
When he got to us, he goes, "Guys, I had to leave." I was like, "What happened?" He goes, "She tried to touch me."
Can't let that happen.
I was
You
like,
know?
there could have been worse things that happened.
But like kind of smooth to get out of it like that,
I
though.
don't- that lanky man just
We
being
all
able to-
applaud you.
that
the
had to
upper
be
body
grip
strength.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. To do that, I
To
would
pull
not be
his
able to do
entire giant body out of that hot tub.
that. I don't get it. I really don't. So let's see here. We got those beach week stories. What other ones do we have here? Because we have a poop ton. As
Oh,
well.
yeah.
There was one time, and I already got permission from this person to tell this story. Allie broke the screen door.
door.
So basically, backstory.
Yeah, you were drunk somewhere.
Who knows where you were?
You know,
We
on a
had
different floor.
we had multi-level
Living
houses
my best
Yeah.
life.
at the Outer Banks, and the common area was the top floor with the kitchen and everything. So people were usually up there, and that had a deck that you oversee the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So Kayla and I had something happened, and we went down and got in the hot tub. And Allie couldn't find us, and that was in her drunken state upsetting, and she wanted to be with us, and she
Just aggressive.
she forgot what floor she was on, obviously, and she goes to run out the door and doesn't realize that there is a screen, completely breaks the door, but then
bust it down.
the way she is apologetic immediately. She's freaking out. I'm so sorry, and never stopped saying sorry for the rest of that trip. And that was the funniest thing I think I've ever witnessed in my life.
And
was
now
her
our
just-
group chat is called Breaking Doors.
Oh yeah, that birthed Breaking Doors. We've
Oh,
been
yeah.
that since 2017.
Yeah.
So.
Y'all have a group chat?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, obviously. Me, Jordan, Kayla, Allie.
Yeah.
Breaking Doors.
Well, we definitely don't have an all guys group chat because half of that group doesn't talk to each other anymore. But
That's what happens
whatever.
at Beach Week.
R.I.P.
It tears people apart.
Lord. Yeah, let's go with that.
Not us. We became stronger. You guys broke apart.
That's true.
Well, there was the night Jake and Dom almost got into a fight over beer pong. And I was yelling at Jake to throw the first punch. I was like encouraging
I love
it.
that you're like a fire starter. You're like, let's
yeah.
do it, world star.
I was like sitting there. This was the year all I did was get drunk, and then I stayed in the corner of that kitchen, and I just planted myself there, and I didn't move. Because this is also the same year I was starting at Longwood that following, so I had to leave in the middle of the week and then come back. And
I don't remember you leaving.
I had to leave on like a Tuesday, and I came back Wednesday night because I had to go to like my class sign up for like Longwood since I was a transfer student.
That's a lot of driving just for that.
I mean,
Worth it. I
Yeah,
did one
true.
time. This was back. I think it had to have been a year before you came, and
No, it was 2 years, right?
I don't
'Cause I didn't
know.
go with you.
You wouldn't come with me. We had been there earlier in the week, and then we weren't supposed to go back. And about like towards the end of the week, I was at work, and I was like, what if I just drove down?
Yeah.
For a day. Like I drove down like that night, and then like everybody was leaving the next day. I was like, this is worth it. I mean, I'm sure it was worth it.
exactly.
But I'm like, hell no. Would never do that ever again.
Gotta love Richmond.
There's a lot of Richmond that goes on here.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Oh no, they do. Yeah, they will hear all of
Loud
this.
sirens.
Frequently I sit in here and I just have the active call sheet for the Richmond Police Department up. So like when
God.
cars take off past me, I can kind of tell what's going on.
Nice.
Last night I was at the river and apparently there were 4 cop cars out in front of this building. I don't know what for, but one of my friends called me, asked me if I was okay.
Our parents, their next door neighbors, got stabbed
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
It's on the news.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
in
Like,
in
next
Chester.
door.
So like not
Yeah.
you know.
Like a nice area.
It's a nice suburban
I mean,
area.
Chester is going downhill. They have a drug
Yeah.
problem. But
The next door
that
neighbors.
that area, like South Bend area,
Yeah.
is not a bad area.
Yeah.
And people got stabbed.
Yeah.
There- yeah, I guess-
Her mom
I
called
mean,
us Sunday night and was
She
like,
actually
"There's
FaceTimed
cops
us
out
and was
there."
like, "Look outside my window."
Oh my. Was the stabbing motivated or was it
They
think
all
it
knew
was
each
domestic-
other.
it was domestic
Yeah, it was. They were all
violence.
friends or family in one house, and things went awry.
I wasn't surprised.
No.
Just,
just-
that house has like a high turnover.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
fun.
ton of rentals.
So, like,
in
probably
that neighborhood because it's like a lot
could
of
be a
military
cracked
families.
in. We don't know.
That we just found out yesterday.
Another person on that street was a crack.
Yeah, previous neighbors
That's
that were a
cool.
little farther down the street were running a crack house.
Nice.
They got evicted like a couple years ago, but
Yeah.
now we know why.
I mean,
So
don't you
apparently
love
our
it when-
parents don't live in a very safe neighborhood.
Yeah, here I thought.
That's how I feel about this apartment.
Well, I mean, you could get that vibe from all this.
I hear gunshots a lot where I
I
live.
shit you not. There was a period when quarantine started where every other night there were cops at Exxon because the first night it got robbed. 2 nights later, a homeless guy got stabbed out there.
Oh.
The next night,
This
a
is
homeless
a
guy.
bad corner.
The next night, a homeless guy passed out in front of there. They thought he got stabbed, but he just got too drunk and passed out over there.
Jeez.
And then another robbery happened, and a week before I moved into this apartment, someone got shot and killed on the other side of that gas station over there.
You're
So-
really selling the block,
Dude,
Christian.
Yeah, this like intersection right here is
I-
not a good one.
I
lot of
can't
excitement.
explain to you how frightful my mother was when I was first moving into this place.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
Kathy out here making sure I don't die and stuff.
Moms, you know.
They're looking out for your best interest and whatnot.
I feel like where I live isn't necessarily like the nicest area.
on the
It's like the
verge.
edge of North Side, but
It's, like,
it's
really-
right beside VUU's stadium.
Oh, okay.
So it's like just on the edge of where things
I was just
could go bad.
I was over there today actually because I had to go to Sports Backers to do some work. You gotta love it.
I do
working
love
from
my
home.
building though.
It's a blast and a half. All right, let's see here. So we talked about Beach Week stories.
Yeah.
Y'all have attended both of my graduation parties
Yes.
and the most recent birthday party, right?
She wasn't there, but I
couldn't go.
was.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those because I
That
think those were
bouncy
also.
house.
I think those are also
I
very
will
interesting
never
things to
forget
talk
that
I was gonna
about.
say,
Yes.
I think that party, your college grad
Was
party, was the
so-
best.
That was a blast.
I mean,
and a
last year's
half.
birthday was really fun.
Yeah, but the college grad party, I think,
That
is one of those
was-
ones that just can't be matched. I think it was
it
a.
was so good.
I'll never forget the image of Zach Winnie just losing his mind in that bouncy house.
Oh yeah,
Just and all you could see was that thing. Like I don't know how it didn't flip over.
honestly.
I mean,
we get
Oh.
good bouncy houses. What can I say?
right. And then Aaron just in a giant circle dancing to Cotton Eye Joe around everybody sitting in a circle
It's always
talking.
a crowd, please.
Oh yeah, that's his go-to.
I couldn't remember anything past that college graduation party past like 9. Like there was
Yeah.
everything past that was like a time hole for me. Like I just nothing.
I
Just-
feel like any party you show up to and there's coolers full of Jello shots, like
It's gonna end
it's
like
gonna
that.
be.
There were Jello shots. Oh yeah,
You don't
Nicole
even
made Jello
remember.
shot. Nicole made Jello shots. I forgot about
It's like
that.
there's like 2 coolers of Jello
Oh, yeah.
shots.
Yeah, nope, forgot about that one. I will say, this 25th birthday party I'm having, whenever it comes
I was
around,
gonna say, are you still doing
I'm
it?
very excited. for that.
whenever the thumbs up happens to give it the go to have more than 10 people in an area,
Phase 2.
It's going
As soon as
down.
we hit phase 2, it's 50 people.
we're going 2 kegs and a bouncy house.
Oh
my
God,
God.
I can't wait.
At the River House?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
At
I'm
least-
excited. That's gonna be like the first social gathering I'll attend after all
I feel
of
like,
this.
oh God, everyone's going to be messy.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm pumped.
I've been working on my tolerance throughout quarantine, so I'm not worried about myself. But I do know that there are other people that have not.
I just drink a lot at any point.
I
So,
think
like-
I've actually drank more during quarantine than I ever used to, and I live alone. So yes, that's a little
It's always
depressing,
over
but I'm sure you can
FaceTime.
relate.
No, yeah.
It's just
Living
like,
alone's it's
why
so
not?
easy to just get super duper drunk.
Yeah,
for
you're
no
like,
reason.
well, I'm on a Zoom call. It's
Right.
fine. Like every day's happy hour.
I say one of my
Pretty much.
bosses, whenever we get on, he's like, "Is 11 a.m. too early to start drinking?" No.
You're like,
not
hell
during a
no,
quarantine.
let's go. I started drinking at about noon.
Yeah.
on bad days.
When quarantine first started, I used to every morning I would pull out my waffle maker, I'll make waffles, and I'll make a mimosa, and then for the rest of the day, we just go downhill.
That sounds wonderful.
Mimosas just never end well. I always just
Mimosas
pass out.
always end well.
I mean, maybe for you.
I had.
Have you've never gone to like a DC brunch, have you?
No.
Oh, boy.
Those are
They don't
those
end
are
well.
messy.
You'll end up spending $80 on like multiple Ubers trying to get home.
I don't want to talk about that.
Multiple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does one not just take you on? Does the one like stop? In
I
a
had to
certain
go to
area?
multiple stops.
Oh.
It was not fun. It's just not a good time. The first part was fine.
Right.
Oh, yeah, of
the
course.
drinking, the
Yeah,
brunch.
The
Yeah,
brunch,
that
the
whole
bar
part of it.
hopping.
And if everything past that, the rest of the day,
yeah,
not fun.
not good. But you just get really drunk really fast and it's great.
I would say I have On the Rocks just down the street from me, so like, and they do the thing where they just give you the champagne bottle and like a little glass of orange juice and let you make it on your own. Give me that
Love
every
that.
day of the week.
That
I'm a
sounds
happy
great.
camper.
That sounds good.
And then they do what's called the failure pile. So it's like all the food the chef kind of has left over for making other dishes that he didn't put in that one, and he'll just throw it all onto one plate, and then that's what you get, and it's like $14. So
Oh, it's like a
s-
garbage plate?
Yeah, it's like a stack of food. It's just like 6 inches high.
Oh
It's
my
a food that he
God.
didn't use for other meals, and you're like, all right, here we go.
Wow.
I'll eat anything right now.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's a good time. Big fan of that place.
I've
I
never
talked to-
been there.
I talked to the owner
Sounds
one
good.
time really drunk during a karaoke night. That was the same night I did New York, New York by Frank Sinatra the first time for the public to see.
I wish I would have been there.
It was a blast. And then I
love
recently did it at a
karaoke.
friend karaoke night. I recently did New York, New York. But I had a mustache then.
So have you been like warming up that song to
Oh,
be your
yeah.
go-to?
Does that mean at your birthday party we're gonna get to hear it?
I mean, if the people chant my name enough and really want it,
I will absolutely start that.
I'll bring it out. I'm bringing out good old Frankie boy and see what he's got going on for me.
Oh my gosh.
We'll remember.
Last year, I took more shots of straight vodka at your birthday party than I've ever taken in my life.
I would say I remember just frequently being urged to take tequila shots from time to time.
Yeah.
It was definitely one of those moments where I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
It was
And
just
then-
all really fast and all of a sudden. And I was like, wow, I just took 5 back to back.
I would say, and then the best part was from that night, I think, in my opinion, was my dad texting me, and this is when I was already blacked out. He texted me. He goes, "Hey Christian," I didn't see it the next morning. It said, "Hey Christian, you should probably stop drinking. It looks like you might have alcohol poisoning." I was like, "No, I'm good."
Never.
Silly dad.
No.
Alcohol poisoning.
That's fine. They had to drag your limp body onto a.
First of all, my parents didn't do that. It was
No, it was Fox and Cretlow.
Yeah, they managed to get me. I got myself up the hill while screaming, "I'm chafing."
You made it into the house. They got you like up the stairs,
Yeah.
and then they had to drag you like through the room and onto
Oh, trust
an
me.
air mattress.
Where I cuddled Devin. Mm-hmm. And he laughed at it, but he was not a fan of it because he didn't stay.
I was gonna say.
Sad for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I can't get anybody at this point. It's just kind of one of those things where I've accepted it.
But you
it's
can always
whatever.
try again this year.
We can only hope so.
Yeah.
I'll say I gotta figure out the invite list for this year. That's the other part of it. You know, I just
Everyone.
know so many
Everyone you've
people.
ever met.
Jesus Christ.
I
don't know.
mean, it just depends on when you do it.
Yeah.
If there's still a limit on people.
I mean, the house can't sleep more than 30 people.
Well,
That's
you know,
pushing
if
it.
people drink enough, which they will, a lot of them are going to sleep outside.
See, and I pitched that idea to my parents, but they're afraid that, like, they sleep outside. Somehow they just end up in the river drowned, dead.
That's
Boom.
fair. That's
I mean,
fair.
you just have to designate certain people to
There's a hill
keep an
you
eye
could
out.
roll into
just
the
tell people to
river.
bring hammocks.
I mean, like, there's only so much space for people to sleep. So, like,
Yeah.
if too many people stay,
I've never been there.
Oh,
I'm just assuming
it's-
there's space.
It's like your like normal like family house. Like it's not like a river house where you got a bunch of sleeping area. It's like a the people that had it before us lived there
Oh,
like
like
all
round.
year.
Oh.
Yeah. So like we have just like the normal amount of bedrooms for like their children that they had and all, and just just kind of rolled into it and turned it into a party house. We did just get new neighbors.
It's
Cool.
exciting. I wonder if
Are
they're
they
ready
fun?
for your birthday
Are
party.
they fun neighbors?
See, that's where we kind of run into an issue here. So like the mom and the dad are drinkers, big time drinkers, from what I've seen so far from this past weekend. The son, who is my younger sister's age, doesn't drink at all, and he's 22. To which that's now a challenge for me.
You're determined
So
to
he's
make
on
them
the
drink.
invite list.
I'm gonna get this guy to
Absolutely.
drink one way or another. He's gonna learn what alcohol tastes like.
Not good.
Are you kidding me?
Depends on what you're drinking.
But what are we drinking? No one knows. Someone sponsor me and then we'll
Right.
talk about it. I've recently been going through these margarita bottles, as you can see on top
Oh,
of
is
my
that what those
fridge.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Didn't you drank an entire like watermelon one
Mm-hmm.
on some call we did? Oh, spelling bee.
Spelling
right?
bee night.
Spelling bee night. Yeah.
Second place.
Yeah, second place over here.
Runner up, if you will.
What word did you
I
get
had
wrong
no.
with
I
that?
don't remember. I have no idea how I did that.
I don't.
I was so
What did I get
nervous
out on?
and got drunk so fast.
I just hit on Bellcam for a lot of it. That was my
Yeah.
main intention that night. Was
I had
try
no
to get
idea I
Bellcam
could
to
even
come
spell
over.
that many words, so it was pretty exciting.
Oh, I got out on bureau.
Which is a word that I felt like you would know.
I panicked. Any other time.
I would not have been good at that at all. I'm not what people call.
I'm just glad I wasn't the first one out. That's all I cared about.
Yeah,
not-
true.
I'm
We
not
were
what
we were
people
like
call
really freaking out about
smart.
that.
I can work a camera.
There you go.
Right. You
Past
got
that.
talents.
Past
There's different
that.
talents.
That's all that matters.
I can work a camera and I can throw a
I
frisbee.
mean, spelling isn't that
Right.
important.
That's what
so-
spell check's for.
Exactly. That's why I type everything now. I don't write anything down except for this format. But it's all spelled right because it's easy words.
You misspelled my name.
I didn't put your name on here. Did I? No.
I can't even read it.
Me either. I just kind of scribble stuff down that looks. And as long as I can tell what the word kind of is, then we're good to go. I have terrible handwriting. This has been a thing since I was a young child. I've had the same handwriting since I was in 3rd grade to now.
You've just never worked on it.
No. Just one of those things where I never considered it. One time, I have a very traumatic moment. One time, I was writing a D in 4th grade. And when I drew the line back down, I accidentally put it a little too close. Like I just didn't think about it. And when I put the line down, I went through like kind of the center of like the circle at the bottom of the D for like a lowercase d. And my teacher then yelled at me for 15 minutes about how he couldn't tell if it was a D or a B. And I was like, look, man, I
your
really
best
don't want to
guess.
deal with this. Because I was writing, I can't remember what it was, but it was a word where a D or a B both could have worked in the beginning. One made sense and one didn't.
Yeah.
And again, I wasn't smart, so he wasn't sure what I was going for there. Because both could have fit my personality at the time for what I was putting in there.
Was it like dad or bad?
It had to be something like that. Because I also didn't use big words. So dad or
Right,
bad
you're
are
in
both
3rd
very
grade.
much in the wheelhouse for what I was putting down at that point. But on to the next part of it. Let's talk the logo of this
Yes.
podcast. Because this logo would not have been possible without Jordan.
That's right.
It was the 2015 Beach Week. It was the first one. We made the punch out of that watermelon that we carved out.
yeah.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
then
boy.
and then I was like, I don't really know these people too much yet, so let's make a statement.
And so you did.
I put a bunch of napkins on the inside of the watermelon because I'm smart, so my hair didn't get sticky.
I feel like we all immediately got your vibe from that. I was
But
like,
yeah,
I was
that's all
like,
it
and now
took.
I know who this guy is.
And nothing's changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I like to think I like to stay 2015 me, but you just get older. That's all
Yeah.
it is. It just aches a little more every day. But and then I threw the watermelon on, took a selfie.
Yeah.
I have now since cut you out of that selfie for this
It's,
logo.
you know, I feel like I should be in it.
But you still contributed, and that's what
Yes.
matters.
You are a part of Getting Litty with Critty every single episode.
I feel like
that
for
I
your
didn't even-
video,
I
you're
didn't
gonna have to
even
show the
realize.
full picture.
No, not at all. It's just
Do you not have the full picture?
He's like, no, I edited it and then.
I think I
Trashed
do
you.
somewhere. I don't know where
Obviously,
it is.
it exists somewhere.
I mean, it
else you
had
wouldn't
to
have
for you to make the logo.
The full picture of somewhere. I also have another picture of where you are cropped out because I did use the picture for Tinder for a while. I think it's like a joke.
Wow, Jordan, you have been a part of Christian's life.
Yeah, you know.
Wow, she's really helping you out with all these photos that she's not actually in
Well, you
anymore.
know, I don't think
Yeah,
I-
let's take another picture this year, like at your birthday, and you can crop me out.
Yeah, I'm
Just
down.
use it for something.
We'll just copy the. I'll get a watermelon. We'll just copy the same picture
Perfect.
Oh my
because
God.
I'm a very much a different.
Recreation.
I'm a different looking person in that picture
So
in
am I.
2015.
Well,
Same.
Do you want to give any background to that one for the people that are listening?
she used to have hair.
I used to
Yeah.
have hair. Now I don't. It was a personal choice. I cut it all off.
See,
Quarantine gets
Quarantine
everybody
does
in a different
things to
way.
you.
I couldn't do that. I got a lumpy head.
I've
So,
been
like-
told
Well,
since
she
I
didn't
shaved
know what her
my
head
head
looked
that
like.
I have a great shaped head.
Yeah, you have a normal shaped head,
Yeah.
like what you'd imagine, like when you make like a me on like Wii, like that's it right there, like just normal,
Perfection.
just pow.
That's me.
Like with me, like whenever I feel my head, I got these 2 lumps on the back of it from like my head surgery when I was younger, and I'm like, you know, this, I don't need
Nobody
a shaved
needs to
head.
see that.
Truthfully, we're just like making it harder and harder for people to ever believe that we're twins.
Right.
You would never know.
Not
No.
now.
No, not at all.
No.
That was the other thing too. When I first met y'all, I would consistently get y'all's names wrong in my head, so I never said them out loud because I did it one time, and I think Joanna, I think you got pissed at me about it because
If I was drunk, probably, but
Yeah.
like in real life, it's
I think
not.
I called you Jordan, and you gave me a look, and I'm
I
really
was like,
good
"Are
at,
you kidding me?"
and at that point, for the longest time until I got super certain about it, I just said, "Hey y'all," and I just kept on.
It's fine. It's not the first
Yeah, I mean,
time we've
that's-
ever been called the wrong name.
Our
so.
entire lives.
See, but I like to try to avoid that stuff. I like
I
to think
Well, I
appreciate
I'm-
that.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to think I'm better than that, but I honestly wasn't because I just said, "Hey y'all," and I'm so bad with names. It's
Oh, so
I actually really am
ridiculous.
too. Unless I like log in my head that I'm gonna see that person
Yeah.
again,
even when I do,
it just completely.
still forget people's names.
This-
It
escapes
took me 2 months to learn the people's names that I work with now.
Oh wow.
And, like,
I
I
feel
would
like
talk to them,
work's
like, on a-
easier because you
Yeah,
actually have
'cause
to
you see
see
them,
their
like,
I would
every
talk to them on a
day.
daily basis. 2 months.
I mean, I work with I work in a pretty large company, so I would see people a lot and never like remember the name that they spoke
Yeah.
to me, and then I'd be like on like Slack or something and be like, oh, I know that person, but like, what's their name? So I understand, but if you work with them like every day, I feel like
No, yeah, I can't. I'm so bad with names. And when I was younger, I used to be good at it. And I remember like little odd moments with people, but now I can't remember like big moments or people's names. Like it all just kind of flies past me. Like I just
yeah.
not one of those things I'm focused on anymore. All right, let's see here. Do you have any other stories y'all want to tell right now? Anything we might have missed? Anything?
I mean, Jordan had a story she wanted to share about our birthday at 2018 Beach Week that I don't remember any part of
boy.
because on the way down, there was a car full of us and someone had made tequila jello shots.
Ooh.
And I mentioned this earlier, tequila's not my thing.
It just never ends.
It
well
doesn't
for
end
you.
well for me. It can either like make me like really fun and like crazy or like really sick. So this time, fortunately, I started with that in the car ride there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's probably about 3 p.m. I had had like 3 or 4 tequila jello shots. We get in
Those
the
things are
house.
so strong, too.
Milan immediately made jungle juice and he put tequila in that too.
Mm-hmm.
I started drinking that and within an hour and a half.
Blackout.
I was blackout. And then
Yes.
when I came to, it was nighttime.
Fun.
And I had to like
And
make
I was
her go to bed.
No, and the thing is, I started in a bathing suit, and then when I came to, I was in clothes.
because
and it
I
turns
made
out
her
she
change.
she made me
'Cause
change.
Okay. So what she's skipping is
Be nice.
the highlight of the night. Oh, I mean, it was a show. So I wasn't drunk because I don't know why, but I was on the balcony overlooking the pool area where everyone was. People were drunk, dancing, doing whatever, you know. And I look over the balcony and Joanna is talking to, was it Kayla? I don't know who you were talking to. And all of a sudden she just whips her tits out and is just shaking them in someone's face. And the entire pool deck, everybody who was down there saw her. And so, like, from the balcony, I'm screaming at her to put her boobs away.
But I would like to say that no one said this to me except for you guys. So, like,
Right. Everyone tried to-
Christian doesn't know
Tried to
or
protect
wasn't
her.
there.
Yeah, you missed it.
Apparently, I missed this.
And
I'm very
anybody else
upset.
who was in attendance has never brought this up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for my own well-being, because it is a little bit upsetting.
Was I even at the, like, I had to be at the house
You
at
were
that
there.
point, but I don't know what
Everyone
I
was
was doing.
there.
That's
This
what I'm
was
saying. I don't know what I was
nighttime.
doing.
This just
This was
all
the first
happened,
night.
and I
Yeah.
had no idea, and I can't be held responsible for my actions because I was blackout
Yeah.
drunk.
So that is, I think, when I told her she needed to go put on clothes.
That might actually have been like the drunkest I've ever been in my life, because there's
For the first time.
maybe
You've definitely been that
maybe,
drunk
yeah,
since.
but that was definitely
that
a
was the first time
for
she's
me.
like blacked out, I think.
yeah.
You never been whip out your titties drunk before?
She has since, but that was the first time.
That's like me on a regular like Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to know like what prompted it, if it was prompted at all.
Oh, you were just dancing. You were just vibing, feeling the music.
Well, I mean,
and
you
then
were
all of a
Just like,
sudden,
woo, let's go, ladies.
so I think whoever you were talking to, said your tits looked great in your bathing suit, and you were
And I was like,
yeah,
really?
they do. I bet they look even better out. They did.
Look,
I
any
mean,
of this
if
is
I-
all of this is possible.
If
Yeah.
I had tits, I would do the same thing.
Look, I probably was. I was probably just like feeling myself,
Yeah.
and
I mean, you do
As you
you.
should. Yeah.
yeah.
We can all respect the
we
hustle.
stay in confidence.
But as we were talking about arriving to the beach house, made me think of a story.
Oh
No.
boy.
I already know what this is gonna be.
Let's talk about the time we broke into the beach
Uh-huh.
house.
Wait,
we
can
were-
we can we
when I
finally
broke
wait? Can I finally set the record straight? Because to this day,
Hold on, let me do the thing real quick. Breaking news. Okay, you can go now.
I would like to set the record straight that the first year that we went to Ferrari,
Is it Ferrari 2?
someone
Yes.
Yeah.
broke into the house and set off what we thought was an alarm, while Jonathan was out getting the keys to said house, and we were all very impatient. It was blamed on Jordan, but breaking news,
I was not the
it
first
was
one in the
me.
house.
It was me. I did go through the window and then go into the house. Turns out the alarm was actually just the door.
Yeah,
alarm,
they had
so-
a
It's a
pool
child
alarm.
alarm.
Yeah,
'cause
child
they-
alarm.
at
So it
that
only rings in the
There
house.
was an indoor pool and an outdoor pool that connected, and they had a child alarm.
I just can't believe.
And
to
you
this
just
day,
push the
I think
button
he
to turn
still
it off.
does think that.
Oh, he does.
She,
He does
she
think
didn't.
that.
He was
I
really
got yelled
upset. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because we
not
had
a
all
fun time.
sworn to not tell him. And then
Who told him?
Cretlow.
Oh, thanks, Cretlow.
I put a camera in
Thanks,
his face
man.
when he showed up and the alarm was going off. And
Because everybody was
Oh
like,
my
he's
God.
gonna be so
He
mad.
was so mad.
this was the Beach Week video week, and when I put the camera in his face, he took the camera and like put it into the ground as I was. filming
I
him
respect
about
that.
It.
I would not. If I was angry,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a camera on me.
I just remember sitting on the golf cart that came with the house.
Oh,
And
shit.
him
No,
yelling.
I do remember you just being like, guys, can we please not tell him? Like, can we just please not tell him? I'm over here like,
It wasn't even you. It was me.
yeah, we were so slick, and I just let the blame
She
fall
let
on
me
you.
take the blame.
So
Things got better from there.
Things did get better,
Because
and I
obviously the
do
cops
apologize
didn't show
for
up.
that,
Oh yeah,
so.
I apologize for something that wasn't my fault.
Yikes! You sound like
yeah.
you hold an animosity towards that part.
I don't
of it.
like getting yelled at if it's not my fault.
I would have taken the yell. It was
I mean,
my
I
first
did
year.
take
I
it.
didn't do a lot, so
But I mean, it happens.
that was the other part of everything that always made me laugh. Is that like I would wake up every morning during the first like 2 years we all did the whole beach week thing together. I'd be like, who wants to, drive to the food line and, give me another case of beer because I ran out the night before.
Do you remember Colin? Like all of us were going to Food Line, and Colin was just
Is this when he threw up in by the
Yes.
subway?
But he like threw up out of the car as it was
Ew.
moving.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
opened the door.
I've never
threw
heard
up on the
that.
asphalt. I don't know where you were. You might have
I
already
do
been in Food
remember
Lion.
the year is. I think this is once again the year before you started coming. Dom got so sick, and this is at like a different house, and he,
Love Shack.
Yeah.
I think so, maybe, and he went out on the front porch and was just like hurling over the side, and Colin was
I
out
can
there
respect that.
like trying to comfort him, and in the next morning you just see like all of this puke everywhere, and it was disgusting.
You know, someone in this room threw up on a door and a couch.
Allegedly.
No, but
Oh,
you
no.
were, to be
No,
fair,
not
like you were,
allegedly.
it was a 50-50 thing because like you were with someone else that also did it, so we can't really say
I
like.
watched the couch happen.
No, allegedly.
No. I watched the couch happen.
See,
the door, I know
I was gonna
between
say-
you and Milan.
That's
there's
like
no
that's like
telling.
beach week rule number 1. Like we're always like there's so many rules. The only rule is that you don't throw up inside
Right.
on like a
like
communal
soft
area.
surface.
And that was you guys broke
Yeah.
that. Because
Allegedly.
everybody else has always just thrown up in a toilet, thrown up outside, which is like totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Milan threw up all over all those pretzels and stuff like on the pool deck
Yeah,
one
ruined my
time, which was like that
pretzels.
was really gross.
That was-
So
that
Jordan was taking my.
ooh.
Were you beer bonging Moscato?
I beer bonged Moscato, and then I would pour, like after we finished the bottle of Moscato, I poured like Capri Sun and vodka into the beer bong and beer bonged that, and was
crazy.
blackout drunk in the middle of the day.
Jesus.
It was like it was 10 a.m.
It was- yeah,
because
not even
Alyssa
middle
and
of the day.
Kelsey got
Didn't
there
make
at
it
like
to
9,
lunchtime.
and then
Because
she
it started raining,
went
so we
off.
all, like a lot of us left the beach. I think like you, maybe like Cretlow, and somebody else stayed at the
Me and
beach.
Cret would stay
Yeah.
planted. We
Yep.
we put on reach chairs in the
Yeah,
cooler and
everybody
the speaker.
else,
We
though.
didn't move.
We
Can you
all
give me that
came
sign?
back. We all came. Joanna has to pee.
okay, well, why is the fuck is the sign necessary?
We all.
You just ruined the sign again. This is 2 episodes in a row. The sign's been ruined, and it's. If you go down there, it's the last store.
Do
on
I
the
need to wait
left.
for you to come back to tell the story? Okay, so anyway, we all came back from the beach. A bunch of us were in the pool dancing, drinking. You remember that little tiny shack thing in the corner at Ferrari?
Yeah.
So we were all sitting on that. We were taking turns jumping from the balcony into the pool because we were drunk. Not smart, by the way.
My mom was not a fan of that when she saw that in the video.
Yeah.
She was very, very much against that.
Oh, and we should not have been doing that because every time we did it, like I hit the bottom.
Like the pool was
hard.
5 feet, and we
Yeah.
were jumping from 15.
At least.
Probably.
Yeah. Not smart.
No.
I don't know how none of us got really injured.
I mean, I hurt my butt. Like I remember,
Yeah, every time I hit I would hit the ground
like
hard.
you couldn't pencil in because if
No.
you did, your legs would have just been like,
Yep.
and everything would have been broken.
Yeah. Didn't you guys like flip into it?
So I didn't do anything crazy like that. Me and Jonathan did it with a GoPro where he sat on the railing
and,
and I
like-
jumped off the top and he threw it and
Yeah.
it took like 8 tries to get it to where I caught it and it like looked good.
Yeah.
But it took
I
some
remember that.
effort to try to get that shot. That's also in the video.
It is.
So
Oh, I can't wait for all these clips to research.
it's interesting. It's that house was a time. If I could go back to Ferrari and like we've in our bold group chat, which is me, Cretlow, Jonathan, and Aaron, we've talked about trying to get like a smaller group of people back
Oh, yeah,
together.
we've
We've
to
been
try
talking
to-
about
yeah.
that for like a year.
I
Yeah.
think everyone kind of talked about that, but nobody wanted to put the effort into
Well,
doing
the
it.
the idea we put out there, and it's fair, again contingent on my mother, is doing like a half river week or something like that, to where it's like that same group again, but it's at the river house. I think that would
down.
be beneficial
Oh, yeah.
because
I
I
would
can
down.
drive
It'll
a
also
boat.
be a lot less money for everyone.
Oh yeah, I can drive a boat too. That's a nice part. So
I
we
have
get
something
around
that
the
I
boat.
want to bring up that is not related.
Oh jeez.
You have a whole ass TV in your bathroom.
Yeah, I have a TV and yeah. So when I first moved into this apartment, I had the TV that's in my living room, and I had the TV that's in my bathroom was in my bedroom. And for Christmas, I got a bigger TV for my bedroom. And then I was like, well, what do I do with this other TV? I was like, I have another TV.
Normal person would sell it.
Well, half of the screen is like shattered, doesn't really show anything.
Oh, okay.
So a
well,
normal
looks-
person would throw it away.
Yeah, so a normal person would throw it away. I now have a bathroom TV. So whenever I take a shower or like I know I'm going to take a long time in the bathroom, I now have a television that I can watch The Office
That is
on.
interesting.
That is. I just like
I will say,
I watch stuff on my phone.
I got the idea from my dad because in like my parents' bathroom at home, they have a TV on like a little swivel mount that swings out in front of the toilet.
That's so interesting.
Wow.
I feel like I've only ever seen that on like MTV Cribs.
Yeah, same.
Well, my dad.
I was just very shocked when I walked in there. I was like, wow.
I guess I should have run that past you when y'all came in here, but you know, it's one of those things.
Features of the apartment.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not
Bathroom
surprised at all.
toilet.
exactly. The bathroom toilet, I think, is like one of those things, and like I didn't think about it when you said you need to go to the bathroom. I should have warned you about bathroom. TV.
FYI, there's a TV.
Yeah, because
If you want to watch anything.
exactly, like it's got Apple
see you in
TV
an
hooked
hour.
up to
It has Apple TV.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That was the other thing I was gonna say.
Even
got a-
better.
it's got an Apple TV hooked up to it. It's ready for whatever you want to watch. I got
Wow.
Netflix, Hulu. I got all the sports channels. Like if I'm watching a race here, what I'll
You don't
normally
want
do.
to miss anything.
Well, what I'll normally do is if I'm watching a race, I'll go put it on the bathroom TV in case I go to the bathroom during the race, like
You don't-
during a sporting event, so
you
I
don't
don't miss
miss
a
anything.
second.
Love that.
And it's so nice. I can't explain to you what it's like to say, "Oh, I missed that because I was in the bathroom." Like you know those commercials about like people who have whatever it is that makes them go to the bathroom often. I can't remember what it is. It was some type of commercial where you take a pill and it fixes all that nonsense.
I mean,
But anyways,
like IBS.
there's something like that. So now, if someone comes in here and they have IBS, they're good. They don't miss a second.
They could honestly just hang out in the bathroom the whole
Exactly. Like, I'm looking out for the people who can't look out for themselves. And I
time.
think,
Good friend.
I like to think that puts
Yeah.
me to an upper tier of people that,
I mean, a great host, honestly.
That's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. I don't really host a lot of people here because, like, how this apartment looks right now is how it looks maybe like 2% of the time. Normally there's
Is it,
like
messy.
oh yeah,
though?
normally there's like 8 Bud Light cans and like 6
Oh, okay.
Wild Cherry Pepsi cans on the table and
Oh, so you
a
cleaned
bunch
for
of
us
dishes.
before we came over?
Oh yeah. Whenever people come over
Is
here,
that
I
why
clean a
there's
bunch.
cleaning some
No,
Lysol
that's
spray?
the other guest on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
You forgot to introduce Lysol.
I meant to put that away actually as I'm thinking about it. But no, if you want to, so the other thing is to avoid getting corona as y'all are leaving, just drink some of that before y'all head out of here.
Just like a little
Oh,
shot.
we can take
Yeah,
birthday shots.
just take shots of like Lysol, just boom,
Yeah.
and you're good to go, and you don't have to worry about anything at
Oh
that
my
point.
God, yeah, let's bring in 26 like that.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
At least we can just stop at MCV on the way home.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
just up the
just
hill.
straight up Broad Street.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
easy peasy lemon squeezy. Which I think that's lemon scented too, so I think that entire thing works out.
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know my cleaning supplies. What can I say? And then I sprayed, what is it, Glade?
We
Whatever
got
that is.
2 candles lit right now.
Oh, yeah. They're also the wood.
The wood wicks.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives a nice little like
Little crackle.
ambiance.
What can I say? I know what
like
I'm doing
it.
around here.
Yeah.
And then I get my bag of Skittles.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying, great host.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Cinco de Mayo party here.
You did.
Yeah. That took a while to
I
clean
ate
up.
Mexican food
That
with
was
my roommates. Yeah.
I didn't because the line was so long.
Oh yeah, she tried.
I stood in the line for like an hour. Just left.
What you should do if you had to be in a line for an hour is pull up a chair in the
It was
line.
raining.
Oh, you were outside.
Hmm. So yeah, because with everything going
know,
on, the restaurants
coronavirus.
are closed, and so they only let like 2 people inside at once.
Jeez.
So I couldn't even get inside to place my order, and they were saying it was going to be like an hour wait, and so I just decided to leave. Then I tried to go to Taco Bell. The line for that was so long, and so then I got Chick-fil-A.
I mean, that's one way to bring in Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was just not what I wanted.
Have y'all ever seen the picture of the tub of mayonnaise in the sink?
I can't.
Because
I
it's
don't-
Cinco de
Oh,
Mayo.
I did. I saw somebody share that this year. Was it? It's probably you.
It was probably me
Yeah.
because that picture gets better every year.
I think that's the caption said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was you.
I like really don't like mayonnaise. So I thought you were just going to like describe something super gross.
You don't like
She
mayonnaise?
hates mayonnaise.
How do you not like mayonnaise?
And mustard. She doesn't like mustard.
I don't like
either.
mustard, so I get that one.
Oh, I love mustard.
But how do you not like mayonnaise?
It's so gross. I don't
It's
know.
like, it's like,
It's a staple condiment.
yeah, that's.
I don't
goes
know.
into a lot of
I feel
things,
like that's
too.
not like, I think there's a lot of people that don't like mayonnaise.
You know what you should try? It takes away some of the mayo, adds ketchup. You should try mayo chup. Heinz makes it. It's a mixture of mayo and ketchup together. That's quality.
I've seen it in stores, but that sounds awful.
I live by that stuff.
I could maybe. I mean, like Billy Jack sauce has mayonnaise in it, and I'm fine with it.
Oh god, I love
R.I.P.
Billy Jack sauce.
Or Jack Brown's. the other.
Oh,
yeah, Billy
The
Jack's
other one.
is closed up at Jack Brown's.
Man, do I miss Billy Jack's?
Have you had Jack Brown's?
I haven't had Jack Brown's.
Oh, shit.
Allie got the Billy Jackson.
Pennsylvania.
No. It was in like Harrisonburg or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. To mail her several containers
sauce.
of Billy Jack sauce
That's awesome.
down to
Yeah.
Alabama. So
Don't they have? They have Billy Jack's in Alabama, right?
Birmingham.
Yeah, that's not too far from her.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So as we've gone through everything else, we've gone through random stories, logos, birthdays, beach weeks, how we met. We did the intro. Are there any other stories that come to y'all's mind when we think us three, y'all two? Do you have any super drunk stories just between the two of you that you think would be hilarious to say on
I have
this?
lots of Jordan, but I won't share them.
Oh, you
unless
can.
She
I don't
wants
care.
Me to.
Give me like number one.
You have to give me like a code word so I know which one it is.
Okay. One of my favorites, and this involves Harrison, so I feel like it's fine
Yeah.
to share. It was at Tech.
Oh boy.
Are you
Yeah.
okay with me?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I still to this day.
I want to say that like it
feel
paints
so bad.
her in a negative light, but
It
she
does.
has redeemed herself since then, so it's
But
fine.
also, it wasn't my fault.
No. So, Virginia Tech, neither one of us attended the school, but we did have friends that attended the
Visited
school.
a lot.
So we got invited to a like ultimate frisbee house party that Harrison was going to.
Let's go ultimate frisbee.
Yeah.
And we both had worked that day. It was like a Friday night. We drove down and we didn't get there until about like 11 p.m. And by that point, you know, the party's already in full swing.
Yeah.
So we were like, we have to catch up.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
I
I
wasn't.
said I have to
Joanna.
catch up.
Yeah.
So we had brought some mini bottles. I took several mini bottle shots in the car before we even walked into the party. We walked in. Harrison immediately made us drinks. I'm pretty sure whatever he made me had tequila in it.
No, he made.
He made me a tequila lemonade.
Oh.
And I only say that because tequila doesn't sit well with me. So I already knew it wasn't going to be a good idea.
You've had 3 tequila stories
I know.
since we've
So
rolled in
yeah,
here.
so like some of my like worst times have been because of tequila.
Oh yeah.
So when people ask me why I don't take tequila shots, there you go.
To be fair though, she has lately, not like,
I got some
this
tequila
week
there
or
if you want.
anything,
That's left
No.
but
over.
she has been able to
Oh
handle
yeah,
tequila
I've
shots since.
several times. I'm fine, but
But back to the story.
so
All I remember from that is you drinking a
Wait.
bowl of beer, the beer bowl.
So we were only at this party for an hour, and in that time, like she had a drink,
I had half a drink.
she had half a drink, hardly anything, and then I had that drink and maybe one other one, and then I drank out of a bowl of beer. Everybody's carrying around like, here's the beer bowl. Who wants to take a sip? She obviously said no,
Smart.
Yeah.
and I said sure. And then
Tequila, you know?
the next thing I know, like both of us are in the same bathroom. She's puking in the toilet. I'm puking in the trash can at this party. We've only been there an hour.
Jesus.
So we text Harrison. We're like, hey, like this really sucks, but like, can you like drive us to your house? Because this wasn't at his house.
Yeah.
But we were gonna be staying at his house. So we asked him to drive us to his house. We get in Jordan's car. He's driving us. I still have to puke, so I like
She puked in my door, in the door of my car.
I opened the car door while he was driving and like puked out of the side, but
I can
also
respect that.
got in her car too.
I can respect that.
And so then we get back. He like drops us off. He's like, "You can sleep on the couches, whatever." I was like conscious enough to know what was going on, so like I kept puking, but like on the floor.
She would just roll off the side of the couch and puke.
Yeah,
and go
because
back
I was
to
like, I know I can clean that up.
Yeah.
She was like unconscious. She only had half a drink.
And, you know, I know when the night went bad because I had my drink cup. I put it down on the mantle, went and danced on a table, came back, drank it, then everything black. So,
So Jordan thinks she was roofied.
I also think that because the day after, like once we went home, I was told that a lot of people at that party were roofied.
Yeah. So the next morning, I've been woken up at like 6 a.m. To Jordan shaking me, going, "We have to leave." And I wake up and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "We need to go." And I look over, and the couch she slept on, the entire couch is covered in vomit. And I look, obviously I had some, but it was all on the floor. So like I got up and cleaned my stuff, and
Yeah.
she's like, "There's no helping this." Like she didn't know what to do. We didn't want to wake up Harrison.
No.
It's early in the morning. We literally left Tech less than 12 hours after arriving. And she texted him while we were leaving like, "I am so sorry."
I will buy, I was ready to buy him a new couch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's aggressive. So
It
y'all
was.
got mad at me for a little alleged throw up.
No, I wasn't mad. I just
mad
said
at
that there
you.
was only one rule.
First of all, no one told me this rule. I'm
No.
gonna be honest.
It's just like an unspoken one.
Also, I was never mad at you. Like, I have done worse, obviously.
It was only because it was like halfway through the week and we all had to still sit on those couches.
Yes. But, bright side to this story, the text I received back from Harrison was that he wasn't upset because, like I said, I was fully prepared to buy him a new couch. And he said they were actually had already planned on throwing that couch away that day, like the day we left, and were getting a new one for free.
Didn't
that
they
same
burn
day.
it?
Yeah, they burnt it.
I mean,
for
that's the
good
best way
reason.
to put something like that
For
out.
good reason.
Just get that thing
Get
out.
rid of the
So
memories.
it all worked out in the end.
It did.
He is one of the nicest
Still
people I
such
know.
a good
yeah.
friend. Yeah.
Because anybody else would have
Yeah.
hated you after that. So that is one of my favorite drunk Jordan stories.
Not sure why.
And it's everyone loves it when I tell that.
It is a quality story.
And I haven't been back to tech since then
I've been back a lot of times.
and it was like partially because of what happened. I was like, I just can't
Makes
go
sense.
back.
I went to tech once and I was blackout at 1 in the afternoon. And I was like, this probably isn't my
Was it a
thing.
game day?
Well, it's just like
No,
there's
it
nothing
wasn't
to
a
do out
game
there,
day.
so like all you can do is drink.
We were, long story short, and people heard this on the Archer and Chamberlain story, but long story short, we were at Radford for a Frisbee tournament. We played like 2 seconds in it, and we were like, we're good. We left Radford. We went to Tech because we had Archer's cousin was at Tech. We went to their fraternity party that they were having that day. We got there at 11. They had kegs already going, and like guys were taking shots. Like apparently it started like 9 in the morning, and this is like young Christian, just wanting to fit in. So by 12 I was throwing up, and by 1 I was blacked out, and then the rest of the day kind of just went. And then by 9 p.m. I was sleeping not on someone's couch but behind someone's couch because there was a space between the couch and the wall. And I made that my bed because no one could find me. So, like, no one could, like, be like, why are you sleeping? So I was like, no one.
Honestly, kind of smart.
Yeah, it sounds safe.
Exactly. I was like, no one can wake me up. No one can, like, try to do something to me because I'm hiding behind a couch. And then I got woken up, like, an hour later by 2 girls hanging over the edge of the backside of the couch. Why are you sleeping? I'm like, dang it, they found me.
Let me live.
Should have just thrown a blanket over yourself.
I did. I threw a full blanket over me. They still knew I was back there. I had to be
You
snoring.
must have been snoring,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I had to be
Oh, yeah.
snoring.
That's funny.
I thought I was well hidden at that point. It was a bunch of nonsense. I just need people to leave me alone when I'm sleeping, when I'm drunk. Because it just...
Yeah, you just got to sleep it off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, drank a case of beer last night. And then I woke up this morning, felt great, packed all the stuff up, came back here.
I really don't know how you do what you do. The year, was it our 20, when we turned 22, right? Or 23. It was. I think it was when we turned
23.
20. We tried to drink. We were like, let's drink 23 beers in one day
23 beers
between
in
the two
24
of us.
hours.
Should be doable,
Not
but dear
doable.
God, was it not?
No.
Easy peasy.
I think I got to
lemon squeezy get a full
11.
day.
You got to 12, right?
You didn't even get it to 11.
Did I get to 10? I think
It
was
might
10.
have been even. Yeah, it was probably like under 10.
I had
It
the
wasn't
one
under
day.
10. I, know it was
I
at
had
least
the
10.
one day I was putting Sharpie marks in my arms.
That was the same day.
That was for
We
us.
were all at the beach. Yeah,
Yes,
that was
that
that.
was for us because we were trying to keep track.
Mm.
You got to like 10 or something, and you were like, I can't do it, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm at like 11 or 12. There's no way.
Yeah, we
So I was
also
like trying to
started
convince,
a lot earlier
I was
in
like
the day.
trying to convince you and Cret to like help finish it.
Finish
and
the
you're like, it's
cases,
not
yeah.
happening. Doesn't count.
No, you can't do that. That's
No.
cheating.
We really wanted to succeed, but like at the time, like you didn't even really drink beer,
No, I
especially
hated
not
beer.
Bud
Damn, you got
Yeah.
called
Bud
out.
Light. So
Yeah. I
you
still
can
don't
you can
like,
bleep it. It's okay.
still don't
It's
like it.
fine. We talk bad about them, so now they're gonna want to be sponsored.
No,
Yeah,
you
they're
should
not even good.
still
At, they're not even good
sponsor
enough
Christian.
to get to 23.
Yeah. All right. And as we're talking about finishing beers, we get to the point in the show where we have had a blast of a time talking. We've talked drunk stories, we talked this, we've talked that. And now we get to the time where we cheers and we finish the drinks that are in front of us at this very moment.
Wow. I'm sorry. Are you
Not
kidding?
drinking.
I'm on my third over here.
Yeah, you can do 4.
No.
I have to drive.
We live responsibly
I'm
around
not.
here.
Yeah, I'm not drinking a whole.
Okay,
other.
that's fine. You cheers your empty can. Well, cheers. We'll finish it out. Thank y'all so much for joining in on this podcast. This has been a blast and a half. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you
thanks
for having us. We're probably your first and only twins guests.
No doubt.
Ooh, I have a suggestion for guests that you should have on your podcast.
Go
I
for
really
it.
want to hear one with you and your sisters.
I haven't discussed that with them, but that's a plan eventually to do that.
Yeah, I think that
That'd
would
be
be
a good
really
one.
interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
It would be something. I don't know where the
I feel
stories
like
would
there'll
go.
be
I'm
some
not
great
exactly
embarrassing
sure,
stories
but
about you specifically.
oh, I'm sure.
Can't wait to hear that.
All right. So, good. Beer's empty. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to another episode of Getting Litty with Critty. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You can find all episodes on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast, TuneIn Radio, and I think that's it for right now. There are probably more to come. You will see this episode on YouTube later on the following week. And again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.